All right, welcome in this video, the second version of the video, because the first time I forgot to press record. So I'm going to take you mostly through this this is the main toolbar right here, main toolbox. I thought it was main toolbox, view toolbox, main toolbox, right there. That's the main toolbox. So I'm going to take you through. I'm going to show you quick a bit about zoom. I don't really use these. Mostly there's shortcut keys for them, right? So for the first one, it's pan. And that's obvious. You just hit the, it's obvious if there's something on the page. Pan, just hold the center wheel down and move it. Zoom, just it's got a hotkey Z for zoom. Hit Z again, Z again. Control W gives you the whole view. What's it called? View screen, fit to screen, I think. It would be right there. All right. So you zoom, hit Z, and then just click where you want it to zoom. And then if you hit that, it does the zoom. Control W. So that's why I never use that. And then zoom previous, which is something that AutoCAD's got. I think you actually have to tell it what you want it to do. ZP, zoom previous, and right here is Control M, Control M, Control M, Control M. It works pretty good unless you're scrolling in, right? If you're scrolling in, hit Control M. It's going to take you have to hold the Control M down. See, it's Control. It's just way too fast when you hold it down, and it's way too slow if you type it in individually. Anyways, Control W, bring it all into screen. Zoom previous is very nice when you jump, like let's say zoom like this, Control M, zoom like this, Control M, right? It gives you the option to zoom in to locations, zoom previous there. That's about all I got to tell you on there. There is some regenerative zoom there, and I don't even know what that one is. Original size. So if you hit original size, it'll bring you into the full screen, like a zoom window, like zoom limits. But nice thing about this one, if I go like this, my relative 1000, enter. Control W, I don't need to tell it, zoom extents, change the properties, right? Control W. How about let's go into this one. This is the main tool. This is one they use probably more than anything, right? So there's the line, and the shortcut key for that is L. No, sorry, that's AutoCAD. B, and it'll give you an option to draw polyline, enter. So this is automatically a polyline. If you wanted to explode that, you actually have to, the shortcut key for unfortunately doesn't work. Probably should send a trouble note, but selection edit, then you go convert, and you hit break. Convert, edit, selection, edit. There you go, it's right there, break line. And that'll turn it into individual lines. If you want to extend or trim, it's E. You can extend, E again, line, and then line 2. That's nice because it's just quicker than extend and trim. And if you want to select, let's say, select more than one, you select it and then hold shift down, and then you can continue to select more entities. Right, if you want to forget one, let's say you don't want that one, you just hit it again while you're holding the shift key down, and it'll deselect it. Hit it and hold the shift key down, select it again, and it turns on. If you want to combine those lines back into a polyline, just hit B. If you have a curve on the end, C, let's go like this. Shortcut key for curve is C. So if I hit that, see it's a curved line. It's got control points on it along the line. Select them both, and if I hit B, it'll vector convert that line, and then Control Z, so it will so let's say I wanted to do a double line, hit equal sign, and I just select the distance off of there. Do that again, F3, hit it off of this one, you'll see there's a little break. So I could, in this one command, I can actually trim it up pretty easy. Control Z, or tell you the better option would be to vector convert that, which was be take this one and then hit B, and then hit E, and they'll make a solid double line, no break in the line, you know. And this is a solid polyline too, right? Control Z. How about let's go to, this is ortho mode. So ortho, just keep it ortho. And then one of the things that goes on here, let's say I want to do ortho up to here, right? And AutoCAD's very nice. You just hover over it and it'll give you the intersection point. In this one, you have to hit JS, and then the line that you want it to be the same as, and then you can hit the right click to that point and it'll give it to you. Let me reiterate that a little bit. Delete. So right here, it's easier to see. I'm going to do align to any angle with the box, right? And then I'm going to do the same thing, F3, but I'm going to do this like this. All right. Let me draw some points. Draw a point mark. To delete. Control A, properties. Change the size of those points. How about to 3? Okay. Now I can see them. Control R. Now, if I want to do V right here, let's say I don't know where that point is, but let's say that's not true. Right here, like that. Enter. These are existing lines. Let's call those existing lines. Same thing, just one's oblique, right? And then, so if I want to go this way, it's very easy. H. Let's say this line's missing. Delete. And this line's missing, but I want to locate that line or that point. So this way is really easy, an ortho command, and then I can just right snap to that one, and then it goes down, enter, right? Control Z. If I want to go this way, and I want to hit vertically to this point, see how it's snapping to the longer run? So I have to, even if I hold Control, it won't let my cursor, I'm moving to the right, but the cursor won't let me let go of the control line, right? Have control over the line, but it won't let me snap to that. So what I do is I hit JS until I want this line to be the same as this line, and then I can right click on there and it'll give me that point, enter. Same thing here, V, J, S, there, and it's giving me that line there. Lock it in. So that's how that works. One of the things about happens with this program is delete those, V, H, enter V, like that, VJS, turn off the ortho, HJS, and let's just give this an arbitrary angle, enter. So I can trim those out, right? Or let's say I want this line to go to this point, right? It's already started, but it didn't quite make it to that point. Let's do this, delete VJAA, enter. That's the hotkeys for, and I want it to be 90 degrees, right here, 90 degrees off of this line, right? And then I can right click there and it's the right length. But if I want to shorten that, let's say I don't want it to go all the way, say a V, Control K, right there, right? I want it to stop. Let's say I wanted it to stop right in line with that. Then I just hit Shift, underline, which is the right next to the 0, Shift underscore, or which is underscore, or Shift dash, right? Hit that, and then right click there, or hit Escape, right? Anywhere that's close enough to it that it recognizes that's the line, and then I can right click there and it'll trim it to there. VJS, enter. So VJS, it'll tell me that I want to do this line same as that one. So and then I can hit E here, and then right click there, same thing, Control Z, Z. If it was longer, so Shift underline, shift underline. So now I just extended those lines. And E also will trim it to there. And E, so I'm trimming the shorter end, or I can pick to this, pick segmented only. So I'm going to click the part I want to save, and I'm going to trim it to this line, right? And then if it was like this, E, and it's to do the same, it will trim it or it'll extend it to the line that I pick. All right, just a lot of that. Delete, delete. Oh, any line V like this, enter. I want to add a vertex, just select it, and then let's say Control K will pick it to the middle, and I just added a point, Control R. It's interesting that it broke that. V, Control K, let's hit this, Control K. Oh, Control K is cutting it, which usually doesn't do that. Let's see, delete. Let's say I got a line. Hit it there and just select it anywhere. It's just it still remains a polyline. Interesting that it's a delete. It's turning it in. The Control K is cutting it. And it's same thing. Boom, 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 like that. Enter. I can add a point anywhere I want. All right. And then same thing with the curve. I can add points in there, right? Just by click Control R. Control R will clean up the page, right? I can add as many points as I want. You have to be close enough to the line. Anyways, Control Z. And then if you take a cut it, say D, shortcut key D, cuts it clean, turns it into a vector line. All right, Control Z, turns the curve into a line. All right, delete, Control A, delete, Control A, delete. So let's go a little bit more curve. What do we know? Okay, so here's control curve. So let's do this first. Let's say you got a, let's call that 20% slope and 10% down slope. Hit Control draw. Here we go. You have draw, line, then you have control curve. You can go right here to control curve right there. You select it there, select the point of tangency, and you select this one, enter, and it gives you a nice vertical curve alignment. Those points are on the vertical curve alignment. The lines, the curve that's in between will be missing a little bit, right? There's some work I did on the geometry of a vertical curve alignment that will show you that you can see the small difference. So it's very close. So, but those points are actually on the vertical curve alignment. Those are good parabola points. But like I said, see the sort of straight segments in between there. Those won't match up. Control W, delete, and then let's see what else we got. All right, so equal sign. So equal will give you equal off of those since that's a polyline. Let's say to break it, we go edit, selection, edit, selection, edit, selection, edit. Convert, break, no, break line. That'll separate that into two segments. Delete. So then if we hit equal now, it'll be equal like that, right? That's the equal sign. That's the shortcut key. Here's by distance. Let's say want to do quarter inch away. F3. F3 just repeats the last command. So not the zoom though, right? So if I do F3 again, I still have the option to do parallel by distance. Very nice, because AutoCAD, if you hit F3 or you try to go back in time or forward in time, it does all the zooms too, which is weird, right? Because I'm zoomed in right here, equals, let's see, trim that out. And if I want to go back, and let's say it was like this, right? And I just wanted to go back, let's say zoom in like that, and I was over here. Zoom right there, zoom in. Oh, and I want to go back, Control M. Control M, right? And then I want to go back, and I want to just undo that. Control Z, see how it goes back? But in AutoCAD, it would go back through all your zooms, right? It's just kind of weird. And then parallel by distance, pretty straightforward. Let's say here, these here, delete, select, and then hold Control. It'll select everything that is touching, and then hit parallel by distance 0.25, and since it's double 2 lines, it will F3 give you the same thing there. Control ZZ. But if I hit select it, hit Control, select the 2, and then hit B, it will turn everything, turns it into a polyline. So then if I hit now, if I go like that, 0.25, it just does a nice clean Control R, clean, no, it's a single line. Right. Delete that, and then I can select that, delete it, delete here, and then select that, delete, zoom in, and let's see. Okay, perpendicular, so it'll draw me a line perpendicular to that line, and from anywhere, let's say right here, it'll just go perpendicular to that point, right? So from anywhere, it just draws a perpendicular line, V, do the same thing. And then the other one is, it's interesting, they give it to you from, but they require you to, with a distance. So perpendicular from, Control K, and it gives me a length of 5 away. It doesn't give you the option to just drag it away. So V, let's do this. I'm going to split that line there. So now this is a line segment V, Control K. I want to go perpendicular away, and I just want to drag it to the, let's say, that length. I'm going to go J, A, enter, 90 degrees. It's going to go 90 degrees from this line, and I can snap there, and then all those are at 90-degree angles. About point mark, real simple. Nice thing about this now is I can do it again. I can change the size. Right, and I can have 2 different size points in the same drawing. Kind of AutoCAD makes you do special tricks to get that point right here. Okay, and then I got tangent to a line, tangent from a line, tangent to 2 circles. Let's do that. Let's draw some circles O. I turned off the center mark options. We're in view, and then there's your draw center marks. Oh, so ensure this thing gets a dot of size 1. How come it didn't show up? Let's do a circle in a box. Okay, so it didn't show up there. Interesting. Forgot. Oh, anyways, it's just turned off. Control R, it's not showing up. So right here we can go from anywhere. Let's do this one first. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to draw a line tangent to that circle on the side. F3. Actually, I think it may be. Oh, you know why? Because if you go circle, it's still set to line. So if we do circle now, that's why it wasn't showing up. Because it's a vector right here. You see, it's just circle information. Kind of like draws it. Kind of remembers it like a block. But as soon as you vector convert it to edit selection, convert, vector convert, turning it into a line, it loses the circle, goes away. So Control Z, if you want to retain that, draw point mark, which I Control Z, Control Z, F3, nice, because I deleted it, it doesn't. I'm going to go 0.5. That's a pretty busy circle with the, let's do a circle like that. I like that better. Enter. So now if I hit vector convert, selection edit, convert, vector convert, and then that line went away, but I still have the center of the circle there, right? So then I could go like that, control, select, tools, group define, and then that line could actually be moved around as a circle from the center point. So you could draw to and from the center. Very important, especially in modeling, because you need to create, you create things with, and they're planes, but when you create it as a plane, it's a vector. So draw, let's go circle, and then O, create it as a plane, same thing, you don't have the center mark. F3 only has a circle. We'll leave this, the center mark there. Let's see, go back to here. It's a lot in this one line, huh? So I'm not even sure what that was. Won't do it because I think it's some sort of intersection. It's a 3D feature, so it's grayed out. There's your point mark. And then here we go. So is this a circle? No. That's not a circle. That's a circle. Delete. Delete. So draw, same thing, right? So from anywhere on the drawing, it'll draw a tangent line to that circle. F3 from here to that side. All you gotta do is tell it which side. And then if you had another circle, O, circle, it's a big center mark. I really don't need that. But, options, Q. So here we go. So if I want options, Q, I just type in Q. I can be in the middle of a command V like this, hit Q, and it'll bring me to the options bar. Right here we're in view, and I'm just going to turn that off. You can make it really small. It might be better if it was really small. Draw center, but 0.1, enter. So V. So now I want to do a tangent line between the two. It's real simple. Just go ahead, hit that, and it'll draw a tangent line F3. All right. So then that's pretty much it for this right here, and then sketch. So. And then you'd have to go back there and do it again, right, like that, or back into the menu, or you can just hit F3. And then those are awfully rough, right? Control, select, and then hit edit, selection, edit. Smooth by point reduction. So that's going to smooth it out pretty good. It'll look real natural. Hit O, and then it'll just smooth those out. Some stuff like this. Let's go. I'm not sure. I haven't done this one. I'm not even sure if I've ever used this one. Edit, selection, edit. I think it just reduces the. Here we go. Let's take a look and see. Smooth by slope reduction. 30. Okay, and it just turns it into a curve. The jagged line. So it's been a long time since I used that one. And then tick marks, very nice feature. So F3, let's say we want to have 15 segments, and on that one right there, Control R, and it gives you this Control Z, F3, and then let's say I want to have 5, with in between each one I want to have 2 divisions, right? The long ones are going to be 1 inch long. Let's go 0.5, and then small tick mark 0.1. I'll have Control R, and I'll get the 2 sections in between each one. So that's pretty much it for that line. I know it's a lot, but that line gets used an awful lot. And then I'll hit the next video. I can probably hit all of this in one video. All right, I think we've kind of made it kind of long, so hope that helps you in your drawing career. 24 minutes. I'm going to make another one, probably try to get all those, and then another one for the 3D stuff. So thanks for watching.